Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the top 7 most underrated cars in Jailbreak, and one of them that you just really need to buy. Okay, so the first car on my list for the underrated cars is the Challenger. Now, the Challenger is an amazing car for pretty much any Jailbreak player. It's got great top speed, great customability, and it looks great too. The Challenger is $59,000 and it has a top speed of 165 miles per hour. So this isn't the fastest car in the game, but it is still amazing for a car that is less than $60,000. Unfortunately, the Challenger has mediocre acceleration, so it takes a while to get to its top speed. Some cool things about the Challenger is that it's the replacement for the Steed, and I actually made a video about that, so if you want to watch that, it'll be on the top right or be linked in the description. It also used to have a top speed of 220 miles per hour, but it was unfortunately nerfed and we landed at around 165. Next is the Shell Mark V. Like the Challenger, it is a cheap muscle car. Coming in at $92,000, this thing is one of the most detailed cars in all of Jailbreak. Its top speed is actually slower than the Challenger, having a max speed of around 185 miles per hour. However, the reason it is ranked above the Challenger is because of the acceleration. The acceleration is way better than the Challenger, and it can get you to that top speed that it boasts in just mere seconds. Unfortunately, it used to have a top speed of 201 miles per hour, but it was nerfed to be slower. Alright, next is the Ray 9. Here is the car that you need to buy if you don't own it. It is absolutely amazing. I think I talk about the Ray 9 in pretty much every car video that I make, and that's for good reason. It has a top speed of 205 miles per hour. It looks amazing, and it also has really good acceleration. To put this car into perspective, it beats the Torero, which is amazing for a car that only costs $199,000. The Ray 9 also has a deep engine sound that you can only see on limited cars, so if you want that rich engine sound but you don't have any of the limiteds, you should buy this car. Next is the Badger. Now this isn't super underrated, but I kind of put it in here because it's one of a personal favorite of mine. It doesn't really have anything going for it besides the fact that I just really like it for some reason. There's something about the Jailbreak model that just makes me want to drive it. The design is awesome, and that's why I put it on here. And same thing with the Ray 9 and the Shell Mark V, is because all three of them just they look really nice. I just really fall for well-designed cars, especially community creations. Asimo's models can be really nice too, because he made the Torero. Alright, for our most underrated non-limited car is the Stallion. The Stallion is probably the single most neglected car in the entire game, but Demo tried to revive it by revamping it in the first 5 days of Vehicles update, but it didn't really work. It's unfortunate because it's a cool car. It has a really good top speed, which is 238 miles per hour, and the car is only $200,000. Now, you might think that because of the low price and the really fast speed, they made it have really bad acceleration to make up for that, and you will be wrong if you thought that. It has amazing acceleration, taking about 30 seconds to reach max speed. And it's kind of weird how a speedy car goes forgotten, because most of the cars that are really popular are just really fast cars. Alright, so now let's talk about some unobtainable cars that are also super underrated. First on the unobtainable cars list is the Rattler. This car was added in Season 4 and was the level 10 prize. Nobody really talks about it, and it's really cool, and was the first car to have an animation. The Rattler has flames coming out of the engine. Now, you might be saying, no, actually, the crew capsule had the first animation on a car, and I'm saying that it was the first car, not the, first vehicle. It has a top speed of 195 miles per hour. It's not the best and slower than some of the cars on this list, but it's still really cool. A lot of cars are underrated because nobody really cares about anything besides speed. And I know this is a huge generalization, but still, a lot of people just care about speed more than the looks. And I like to personally think about the work that went into all of these cars and the design of it. Anyways, the Rattler has some really nice acceleration, and it's a pretty quick car. Alright, next on the list for the unobtainable, underrated cars is the Agent. The agent was a really cool surprise. A crate was randomly dropped into the middle of the rising city, and people were wondering what the heck it could be. Then a few days later it opened, and inside was the agent. It was $600,000 and was in the game for about a week until it went off sale. The agent actually has built-in rocket launchers that can knock people back and do damage. The agent was extremely buggy with these rockets and still is. You can buy 10 rockets and shoot about 27. It's still really fun to use too. The agent is based off of the James Bond modified Aston Martin DB5. It has a top speed of around 190 miles per hour, and it's the same acceleration as the JB8. So not the greatest, but still good. One thing to note is that the handling on the car is superb. It handles super smoothly at top speeds. If you own this car or you have been looking to trade for one, it is totally worth it. This is a rather unused car, so if you are seen driving it, people will take notice. They may not say anything about it like they would for a beam or a torpedo or an arachnid, but it's still quite an uncommon sight to see. Well, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, make sure to like the video and subscribe, because it really does help me out a ton. So, again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.